Huh?
Guys, welcome back to another Redstone video here in the Redstone testing world. We are back. Let me get rid of the hitboxes. We are back here on the snapshot world for 1.14. And a while ago, I showed you 5 ideas for using lecterns, and one of them was for multiple floor selections on a water column elevator. And I've built up a massive scaled version here. Now, first of all, I want to point out the fact that you could do this in 1.13 already with an item frame. You can do 8 floors in total. So we have 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's 5, 6 if you count the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 5 in total. So okay, so yeah, because we don't have 1. So yeah, so this would be floor 1. Floor 2, 3, 4, and 5. So floor 1 or floor 2 is actually going to be the signal strength 1 here, which is not selected because we want this one to actually have a water bucket inside of it, meaning that we can't go up any further than this. So right there's our level 2, level 3. Be on our level 3. And then our level 4. Just like so. And then we got one more above that. Level 5. Just like so. Okay. So, with the lectern though, we can actually do 8 floors, or 15 floors, or even 16 maybe. Call this the basement. So floor 1 is selected, meaning we're going to go to the very first one. Now let's say we want to go all the way to floor 8. And I do believe I have these floors marked here. Level 8, exactly. So let's try one more. Let's go 11. All right. Yeah, so 11, and let's try floor 1 again. It'll actually be level 2 or floor 1. Just like so. Right there, floor 1. Also, to note, what I would do is I would actually just build in a secondary drop chute next to it as your down elevator. And on every floor, you could actually just put in a drop. Maybe put a couple water breaks and a hay bale or a slime block at the bottom. And no fall damage. So let's look at the redstone and how this works. Now this 15 floor bit looks a little bit intimidating, but it actually has a really nice pattern to it. There's actually as many diagonals as there is the number of floors there are, if you're going to have all the floors at the same level. Let's look at the first example. I used different floor heights to indicate the fact that it doesn't matter the distance between floor levels, because the standard still stays the same, that this torch is going to change from on and off, and that's all that matters. When it goes on, the water bucket will change and will be picked up, and that's all that's happening here. We want all the water buckets to be out unless we're on that floor. So we had this set to level 5, which meant we were going to go to the top, which meant all the water buckets are out. And when we set this to, set this to level 4, that means the last water bucket's going to be in, because this is where we're going to stop at, is this floor right here. So that water bucket's in. These are out. these are out. Now I believe this one's set on level first floor, which means that all the water buckets here should be in. And that doesn't matter which floor you're in, it's going to be the same. So how do you actually build this thing? Well, what you need to know is that you're going to put your lectern on the floor, and out of your lectern you're going to put a block comparator. And it's really as simple as this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That is the max redstone signal that you can get out of a lectern. 8 is the max you can get on an item frame with an item in it. So 15. So what you're going to do is you're going to determine how many floors you have. Say you have 3 floors or 4 floors. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all you're going to need, is the 4 redstone signals. Get your repeaters, and each one of these are going to have a repeater. Those 3, this one's not going to have one. So you're always going to leave the first one off. And then you're just going to do like this. Torch tower. And you're just going to tower up to where your first dispenser is. And then on the back, you're going to put an observer like that. So your first tower should end just like this. Or it could end with your torch on a diagonal. Most likely not. It should end with your torch directly in front of it on the first one. Second one will be the diagonal. Third one will be 2 diagonals. Fourth one will be so on and so forth. Doesn't matter how high it is. And there's not really much else to say except for that when you're setting this up, like I said, when you're setting it up and your redstone signal is on 1, you need to make sure that all the water buckets in your dispensers, these must be dispensers, are full of water. All the buckets are full of water, which also means that this side where the dispenser is, that should not be a source block. Everything else needs to be source blocks except for the block in front of the dispenser, because the source block should be in the bucket. Now, when you're setting up your lectern, when you're setting up your book for your lectern, it is best to go ahead and use a book with 15 pages. That way you can control the signal strength. That way each page is one signal strength. And then that way you can just select 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter that there's extra pages. It's not going to change. If you go to page 15, it's always going to be on your 4th floor. Come back down to 1, it'll always be on your 1st floor. Okay, so let's build a little bit of one of these together. So let's go ahead and get ourselves our 1st floor figured out here. And wherever our 1st floor is going to be, we're going to put an observer into the torch. And then we're going to put a dispenser. Clear that out. Put a dispenser in there. Okay. And then where the dispenser is should be the back wall. Be where you want the back wall of your elevator. And you're going to just build up your elevator from here. This is going to be where the water column is, so you're going to want 2 wide, just like this, and then you're going to want, so the floor level is going to be 1 above the dispenser. That way it'll shoot you up above it. You can just slide right out. On the bottom here, going to need some signs. Place signs in. So that's your 1st floor, and then 1, 2, 3. Say you want the next floor right here. So you go ahead and bring up your torch tower in the back. Now let's put that up more like that. Then you're going to put your observer, dispenser, just like so. Bring your walls up. And like I said, this is the actual floor level. All this can be filled in. That's for a second floor. So bam, bam. And this will be your final floor, and it actually doesn't need any redstone whatsoever. Just build up 3 by 3 until you're ready for where you want to come out. Put your lid on it so you don't bounce up above it. And then what you want to do is you want to take a water bucket, just one water bucket. You want to put it in at that level right there. That's going to come all the way down to the floor. Put a block there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take kelp. And then you're just going to swim up. You're going to swim up with the kelp until it's all the way to the top here. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom. Break that out. Now, what you're going to want to do now is just get any old block, and you want to come up here to your top dispenser and place a block. Your next dispenser and place a block. And it might even be wise while you're placing the block to go ahead and place your water buckets in, or you can come around to the back and do that as well. Just got to break up that one corner block, put that in. Now, what you can do now is you can take a soul sand and put it in. Put it in right here. As it shoots you up, you can break that block. Oh, did I not give myself a way out here? I forgot to put a door in on that one. Anyways. Yeah, so then what you can do is then you can select gotta have a compare. I forgot to wash the comparator away, didn't I? Alright, you can select the next floor, and that'll shoot the water bucket out of there. It'll shoot you into that block. You can get rid of it. Come back down. Select the third floor. Pick up your kelp. And guess what? Your elevator is now operational. You can decorate it however you want to decorate it. You can go fancy, use glass, give yourself drop chutes. You can use any blocks you want. This is just a simple basic concept. You can even add an extra floor here. But anyways, guys, hopefully this helps you understand how to build it. If you got any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments, and I'll do my best to ask them. I do not know if this will work on Bedrock. I assume that it probably will, as the mechanics for these things are basically the same from what I understand. But anyways, guys, let me know. This has been Ike, bringing you ideas and tutorials to help you survive and thrive in Minecraft. Till next time, happy Minecrafting, guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.